Tei, one of the largest Japanese restaurant chains in Singapore and in Asia, is now in Brunei Darussalam. Started from its humble beginnings in Holland Village, Singapore, to an impressive chain of outlets across Australia, China, Indonesia, Malaysia, and is now in Brunei. Known for its unique blend of fresh and original dishes combined with Japanese authenticity, it became popular across the Asia-Pacific region with more than 50 outlets to date. Sushi Tei offers more than 300 items that cater to a diverse range of diners seeking a genuine Japanese dining experience. The open-concept kitchen is one of the main reasons why it became so popular. Diners are drawn to the fact that they could see their orders whipped up before their eyes by a fleet of skillful and professional chefs. Sushi has increasingly become a favorite in Brunei Darussalam. This is clearly evident with Japanese students sprouting like mushrooms in the Sultanate. Sushi Tei restaurant recently opened its second branch. It was officially opened by the Ambassador of Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan to Brunei Darussalam, Her Excellency Madam Noriko Iki. Over 50 types of Japan's traditional dishes are served at this restaurant at reasonable prices. At the ceremony, special needs children from Smarter Brunei Association and Pusat Ehsan Al Amira Al Hajjah Mariam were celebrated. Opening hours of a border pass on Thai-Cambodian border is extended from 3 to 7 days a week in a bid to boost trade. Governors of Thailand's Buriram province and Cambodia's Oda Mienche province have agreed to the extension of Chong Sai Taku border crossing, which links the two provinces. The crossing was previously open on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays for trade activities of people from both sides. The agreement is aimed to facilitate tourism industry of both provinces where famous historic sites are located. Buriram Governor Sri Hatrai says since the crossing was opened in June, border trade amounted to an average of 2 million baht per week. He expected the daily trading would multiply the border trade volume by several folds. The crossing remained the status of temporary border pass pending the central government's approvals to upgrade to permanent border pass. A Hello Kitty enthusiast dentist turns her clinic in Thailand's Mahasarakam province into a display of the colourful and cheerful cartoon character. Dentist Natchanop Ratana Dea School of Mahasakram Hospital has been a big fan of Sanrio's Hello Kitty and friends since she was 7 years old. Among 1,000 of her Hello Kitty items, artworks, accessories and posters pack her office and treatment room. Her nickname the patients refer to is inevitably More Kitty or Kitty Doctor in English. More Kitty said she wanted the young patients to be happy at her kitty-themed dental clinic. Her pinkish clinic is easily a place for children to find dental care and amusement. Small children have even asked their parents to visit the clinic just for fun or having a meal there. Education officers from Malaysia's state of Kedah observed classroom using satellite-based education channels in Thailand's border town of Satun recently. Ban Kai Rom Mid School in Satun's Kwang Kalong is one of thousands of educational facilities in Thailand employing television broadcasts for their students and the public. The Malaysian officials learned about distance education via satellite program, offers cost-effective educational tools for students throughout the kingdom. The program provides effective solution for those who need to do training or give instructions over long distances. This school of 126 pupils has employed the program since 2004 as a solution to the shortage of teachers. It has proved fruitful in educational television in Thailand and has been established and constantly developed since 1955. 4 television stations initially broadcast educational programs out of Bangkok. Thai government later set up a policy to establish national television station, particularly to manage the establishment of the educational television station in 1985. Education officials from Kedah hope to apply the program that integrates innovation and technology communications, networks and computer communications networks for its education program. Thailand Thailand proposes ASEAN military forces to establish a search and rescue center as a regional mechanism for disaster response during the 11th ASEAN Air Chiefs Conference or AACC in Myanmar's capital city of Naypyidaw. Commanders of air forces from ASEAN countries attended a meeting designed for exchange of views on defense cooperation for peace in ASEAN recently. The Commander-in-Chief of the Royal Thai Air Force, ACM Prajin Juntong, spoke on the topic of search and rescue operation in his speech. ACM Prajin said that ASEAN region had faced increasing numbers of disasters and emergency incidents. Therefore, regional cooperation on search and rescue was needed to deter negative impacts on the region as a whole. The Royal Thai Air Force had constantly improved its capabilities in search and rescue operations by acquiring advanced equipment and conducting trainings for its personnel. He said on a regular basis the Royal Thai Air Force had engaged with state agencies as well as neighbouring countries in joint search and rescue exercises. In the first stage of creating an ASEAN Search and Rescue Centre, a joint working group and committee must be formed to draw out the centre's structure. It is the first day the revised toll charges on the Singapore side came into effect to match those of Malaysia. It is now 5 times more expensive to enter Johor and return to Singapore. But most commuters say it's business as usual for them. No change, that's the main sentiment of most commuters using the causeway today on the traffic volume.
People using the bus, they have to walk through the custom, right? Yeah, so that queue that have to check their passport, scan their passport. So the queue is like almost literally increasing through the entrance of the custom.
A little bit jam about half an hour. Normally about 1 hour. Now it's quite okay.
Sometimes I will drive, sometimes I will just take public. Depends on my mood actually. Because I need to transport my aunt, my mom. The cost actually we shared, and then so I think that's not an issue for me as well.
I reduce. I don't want to go JB. Maybe 1 year, one time. Now I go 1 month, 3 times, 4 times.
There was nothing unusual about the morning peak hour traffic, and the police were not seen outside the checkpoint. A noticeable difference compared to August 1st when Malaysia raised toll charges on its side. Then, buses refused to move, causing a jam on the Malaysian side of the causeway. Police had to be on ground amid the backlog of commuters gathering at the causeway. The authorities typically expect heavy traffic during festive periods, but if it turns out otherwise, that would indicate how drivers have been affected by the increased toll rates. Many Dao people in the northern commune of Bavi earning a living by planting traditional medicine, but some of these herbal plants are on the verge of extinction. The following report will delve into the details of how to preserve and promote these essential plants. For generations now, the Dao ethnic people have mastered the art of using plants to heal themselves. Herbal medicine has given the people of this area a stable income of $700 a month on average. Trio Chi Chin, herbalist, Bavi Commune, Hanoi, said since he started cultivating herbal medicine, his family's incomes have improved. They have enough money for their children's education, for food, and for a stable life. The farmers of the mountainous Bavi area know how to use herbal plants to cure complex diseases related to kidney, stomach, intestine, etc. However, they do not have a systematic method of cultivating these precious plant-based medicines. As such, many plants are on the verge of disappearing. Trio Ti Hao, chairman of Oriental Medicine Organization, Bavi Commune, Hanoi, says herbal medicine is the main source of revenue for the Dao ethnic people of Bavi Commune. They have to launch a project to preserve all 507 species of herbal plants. Currently, more than 100 species of plants are endangered. Lai Sin Vuong, Vice Chairman of People's Committee Bavi Commune Hanoi, says in the coming months they will have a concrete plan to conserve and grow the herbal plants. Local authorities will build one department helping the herbalists in the area to continue their practice of traditional medicine. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development also support the Dao herbalists by launching a program of sustainable cultivation for medicinal plants. The program helps the herbalists with seeding, growing and conserving the plants so that the traditional medicine practice can continue to develop and provide a stable income for the Dao people of Bavi area. The Kuala Terenggano's Kampung Cina, or Chinatown, in the state of Terengganu of Malaysia, hosted the inaugural Peranakan Festival, a 9-day event packed with festivities and activities showcasing the state's unique Peranakan heritage. The Peranakan culture is a blend of traditions from both Malay and Chinese lifestyles. Like Penang and Melaka, Terengganu also has a rich Peranakan heritage, but with its own distinct qualities. In those states, the men and women are referred to as Baba and Nyonya, but in Terengganu they are called Awang and Mek. This colourful, flamboyant and unique community is also found in Singapore and Indonesia. The festival, held for the first time from September 12th to 20th, aims to educate locals and tourists on this unique heritage while keeping the tradition alive. The event drew about 50,000 people. Activities such as cooking classes and nightly food markets were held to promote Peranakan delicacies, while fashion shows showcased the traditional attires. Other activities included stage and street performances, a photo exhibition and walking tours. The highlight of the gala was the night parade during the opening ceremony, graced by the ruler of the state. The Peranakan is a culture melting pot. It got its mixed influences from the Chinese, Burmese, Portuguese, Indonesian, British, Malay, Dutch, Siamese and Indian cultures in many of its customs, particularly jewellery, clothing and food. Essentially, the Peranakans are descendants of mixed marriages between Chinese immigrants and local women in Malaya in the 15th and 16th centuries, thereby evolving from a mixture of various cultures. Most of them practice faiths like Taoism and Buddhism. They mainly speak Hokkien, a Chinese dialect, and Malay, besides having their own traditional dances and songs. Some have also mastered the arts of writing Jawi, or Arabic writing, and shadow puppets show. However, this unique culture is slowly dying out, with many of its customs and traditions forgotten or simply not practiced. Food is probably the only Peranakan tradition that outlives all of these, and there are many restaurants around serving Chinese, Malay-style dishes. In the world of fashion, Peranakan's famous traditional costume, the Mek Kebaya, is usually embroidered with colourful floral motifs worn with a sarong. Jewellery and matching brooches complement the iconic attire. Meanwhile, the state government had gazetted Chinatown as a historical site which would be renovated and developed in stages. By turning the vibrant and quaint Oriental culture of Peranakan into a profitable business, it would also increase its chances of conservation.